the city in my chest, heart like a drum beat. Hands still smell like smoke, last night studio runway. Kinda losses on the napkin, victories on the app screen. Used to pray for minutes, now I'm praying for more time, king. On the watch that don't tick right, it remembers every late show. Cross bridges with my pockets, then learn how to navigate low. I put my trust in few, kept my circle like a tight coat. Ambition in my veins, I move like I'm writing my own road. I wanna feel the top without the lonely, yeah. Roll my window down to the past, I'm gon' see ya. No one was with me, everybody else falling off, free fall. We chase paper, chase peace, tryna balance it all. Phone buzz like guilty conscience, old friends got new faces. Trust the currency, I spend like gas, feeling different places. Sleeping with one eye open, cause the game love faking praises. They clap when you up, whisper when you faded. Buy my mama better dishes, she eats slow like it's prayer. Told my brother stash some bread, don't gamble on a prayer. Lost a friend over promise, felt that cold stare. Now I'm learning how to forgive, but never forget where. I don't need applause to keep my mind steady. Got scars that glow like maps of where I care already. Champagne on the dash, but the silence get heavy. We running for tomorrow, hope the seeds we sow stay steady. Success look different, we see it from the inside. Flashing cameras, velvet ropes with pain still right beside. Bought a house with a view, can't buy the nights I cried. They cheer for the parade, they don't know how I got to hide. Loyalty costs money, diamonds, lessons cost a little pride. Kept one seat at my table for the folks who never left the side. Enemies change colors quick, snake share with new tie. I keep a pocket full of truth, no counterfeit reply. I sketch a future where my kids don't stress, rent or rent time. Where my cousin open doors, no more corners, no more lines. Legacy ain't safe to cash, it's the night you showed up kind. Passing wisdom off my tongue like it's gold, not just a rhyme. I still hustle for the thrill, not just to check on my phone. Building bridges from my pain so no one's ever all alone. When the lights dim and the crowd gone, I want my name known. Not for trophies on the shelf, but for the seeds I finally sow. Oh, oh, oh. Quiet car rides, voice low. Plans loud, we move slow. Oh. But the energy loud, keep the real close. Let the fake fade out.
I've been up before the sun, pockets looking hungry, mind loud like thunder. Paper chase, no handouts, learn to swim while the world try to drown us. Old black memories, stoop, smoke, cassette tapes, busted speakers. Now it's plain small talk, but my conscience keep the sequel deeper. Counting wins with a tight grin, ambition tastes like bitter sugar. Phone blown with new offers, but the same voices warning vultures. I ride with ghosts in the passenger, they whisper how to make it real. Dreams expensive, every choice a bill, but I still know how to steal. I want it all, but I keep my heart on ice, yeah. Money stat, loyal, you tested every night, yeah. They see the risk, don't see the miles I had to go. Light the fuse, pray the flame don't burn a home.
Friends change, numbers some change, size, loyalty costs too much. Shared meal came small speeches in the cold, polite touch. Mama taught me hustle, grandma taught me patience, street taught me silence. I've been praying on the rooftop, counting blessings with defiance. Bought a watch that don't tell time, it just remind me what I earned. Used to fear the dark, now I fear the truth when the lesson learned. If success is a loud house, I'm still trying to find a quiet room where I can breathe without the city tapping out my gloom.
The lease is signed, got the view they talk about on blogs. But parties feel like boardrooms and smiles come with dogs. I sip something cold, watch the planes cross the thin sky. Tell myself I'm living proof, but some nights I still cry. Stack wins, broken vows, nights that never felt like sleep. Gold chains, quiet chains, both got me in too deep. I celebrate the climb, but the summit's lonely as a king. Victory tastes like cash when there's no one to sing.
I made it out, but sometimes it don't feel like enough. Success came fast, but love takes time, it's the tough stuff. Flashing lights, fast cars, still I'm searching for the truth. Count blessings, count the scars, both of them guide my move.
Lifestyle captions, private flights, I post what I can't say. Late text from old lovers, say they miss the man I made. Cash by the options, not the trust, that's the coldest flex. Rooms full of people, still I'm dialing, small town connects.
I learned to smile for cameras, cry behind closed doors. Cut ties with fake roses that only bloom for applause and scores. Real ones hold you down when the tabloids write you wrong. That's why I move different, keep my circle tight and strong.
Now I'm plotting moves that don't just feed the ego quick. Invest in futures, plant seeds, let the real shit stick. I send checks to the block, pay for headaches and for hope. Give my child more than a story of a father on a slope. I still hustle at midnight, the hand, that's my confession. Working past the fame, building legacies, there with no regression. If I fall, let it be with pride. Scars met where I stood, ambition braided with respect. That's the code, that's the good.
Shifting lanes, I trade the quiet for the flash and the drought. Counting quiet victories while the crowd's still out of cloud. Wallet heavy, but the nights feel like a calendar of gaps. Phone fills up with names that only show when cameras laugh. I learned to smile with a ledger in my back pocket. Practiced honesty like it was a stage trick, not a rocket. Fame moved in like rent's due and left a different kind of dead. Friends send congratulations, then that's favors they won't forget. I wanted echoes, not an audience that only knows a tune. Wanted roots that weather storms, not applause that fades too soon. All these lights, they grow my shadow bigger than my truth. Every hello comes with a line I didn't write in you. If love is currency, then loyalty's my proof. But fame keep taking pieces, stitch by stitch the root. I keep a list of promises I made to a younger me. He scribbled dreams on notebook corners, said promise you'll be free. Now freedom's a word that paginates into a brand deal. They package pain and platinum, tell me how that's real. I walk red carpets but my steps feel paper thin. Smiles signing contracts, ink like thin skin. People praise the echo of the voice they think they know, but miss the tremor in the verse where I confess and grow. I wanted mirrors that reflect the person, not the poster. Wanted mornings with the truth, not nights that feel closer. Fame whispers soft and then it hollers in my ear. Turns my past into a story they only wanna hear. I trade moments for moments that the cameras volunteer. And sometimes I applaud myself just to know that I'm still here. My mirror knows my set list, the rehearsed lines and the breaks. It keeps receipts of every night I stalk for lesser stakes. Paparazzi of my own thoughts, flashing guilt in frames. Smile rehearsed like choreography, forgetting names. I call my old friends bluntly, it's like recollection therapy. They answer in syllables that measure my new scarcity. Fame taught me the language of how to hold a crowd in palms, but didn't show me how to quiet the alarm. I count the miles that got me here, they don't add up to peace. Every mile a memory, not a currency increase. If silence is a luxury, I'm bankrupt in the night. Trading sleep for spotlight and calling darkness light. They clap when I'm up there quiet, when I'm steady then gone. People wrap me in their stories, forget I'm trying to carry on. I study loyalty like it's a code word, not a feeling. Every handshake's an investment, every hug has a ceiling. There's beauty in the chaos, yes, but it's a fractured glass. You win the world in pieces and each piece shows your past. I say hello to rooms and they answer like a wave of ghosts. Sometimes the loudest room is where I miss someone most. I wanted more than headlines, wanted mornings that were mine. Wanted build a quiet life away from all the shine. I talk in headlines, learn to pitch my pain in 5-second hooks. But inside there's a slow song buried deep in overlooked books. I keep the demos in a drawer with fading tape and dust. They smell like honesty, the market hasn't turned to trust. Fame's a river, I thought I could wade through clean and dry. Turns out it pulls the bottom, shows you where the skeletons lie. So I like I'm confessing now, like I'm selling hope, because the only thing that keeps me steady is the truth I wrote. So take the flashes, keep the plaques, the echo and applause. I'll keep the quiet mornings, the unfinished, cause maybe fame is a teacher, maybe it's a test I flunk. Either way I wanna live with lessons in my trunk. Oh,
Late calls, head heavy. I count the mileage in my scars. Used to bargain with my hunger, now I'm bargaining for cars. Pockets filled with famine, now they dress in different cloth. But every win remind me where I started. Pain ain't soft, I move like I'm accountable to ghosts and future kings. Built a fortress out of thrift store jackets and lost rings. Say ambition like a pulse, be loud when the city's quiet. Chasing moments that don't lie, even when the night's violent. I keep my circle small, keep my conscience smaller still. Money got a hollow sound when the house don't feel like real. We toast to the wins, but I know the cost that come with still. Loyal to the ones who stay, fuck the ones who change the deal. They see the shine, but not the late nights in the booth. Studio smell like incense, adrenaline and truth. Lifestyle switch, same hunger, different tableware. Friends calling from old blocks, I pick up cause I still care. Rims spin like thoughts in my head, I try not to crash. Luxury seats, but my mind still rises past. Success ain't sweeter when you remember bitter bread. Probability of peace ain't guaranteed with bread. I learn fast, straps come in different faces and names. Some smiling sharp and daggers, others steady with the flame. Loyalty ever rare, so I test it like a scripture. Keep receipts for conversations, measure every picture. Reflection in a tinted glass, I barely recognize a man, but I keep a few friends, they know where I began. We celebrate quiet, no flash, just the sound of one. We talk about the plan, not the highlight reels online. Counting blessings in the rearview, future calling like a bell. All the demons at my door, but I'm trying to ring them out of hell. Cash flow, heartbreak, nights where I couldn't even tell who I was for myself. Now I do things for myself. Pressure turn to diamonds, but I still feel the squeeze. Therapy and verses, confession sessions on a beat. I pray less with words, more by action in the trenches. Wake up, write the ledger, pay dues, break the benches. We ride with a code, no tabloids, no weak talk. If you bleed for my cause, I carry through the bleak walk. Street education taught me patience and the grind. Boardroom lessons taught me silence and the right mind. I picture funerals and victories in the same frame. Legacy over likes, let the city learn my name. Kids on the corner need a different kind of sermon. Teach them how to build, not just how to bargain. I'm stacking chapters, not just numbers on a page. Turning trauma into blueprints, wind up on another stage. If loyalty's a currency, I spend it on the truth. If ambition is a weapon, I point it at my roof. Sometimes I cry in rental cars, sometimes I laugh and play. Sometimes I pick a ruined phones just to hear old names. Balance on a tightrope, but the skyline keep me sane. I trade the rush for meaning, keep the love and lose the game. So I'm moving quiet storms, keep the legacy in motion. Friends who ride, we rise, that's the only true devotion. When the lights dim down and the tally's finally shown, hope I leave a map, not a ghost, for the ones coming home. I've been feeling like the sunrise for me, what the rents do. Paper chasing back against the wall, nothing sentimental, just true. Used to eat whatever was left in the fridge, now the fridge got approved. But hunger ain't gone, it's just upgraded. Appetite for the roof, I caught my name in hours. Now walls, clock hands cut like knives. Friends change numbers, some change lanes, some change lives. By the silence I need, plug my ears with late calls and soft lies. So I count blessings with one eye open, city skyline in my mind. Money on my mind, but love on my sleeve. Promise to the hustle, scars that you can't conceive. Roll with the ones who ride when the tides deceive. We stacking up tomorrow, trying not to grieve. Sky's clear, but the pressure low-key thickening. Heart steady like a drum. I'm steady smart with a plan, never trust the gloss that come from crumbs. They applaud the chain, but don't know the nights when it was rust. I toast to the come up, but I sip slow, respect where it's due, bro. My phone buzz like a doorbell, deals and demons both calling. I take the wins that come clean, leave the rest falling. Got a house with echo rooms, laughter borrowed for the morning. Success is loud but lonely, like the price tag on my warning. I've been rash with ambition, patient with the pain, looking for the next step, tryna keep it human. Loyalty cost me more than a chain, sometimes more than pride. Sorry brother, switch sides at the first bend of a brighter light. I learned to hold my circle close, oxygen for the fight. Real ones never brag, they show up in unquietest nights. Win with unknown names, lovers with textbook smile. I collect the moments that stay, not the mile. If you cross me once, we meet once. Forgive twice, learn. I move chess, not checkers, keep my concerns formalized and stern. Late calls, empty rooms, but the racks look nice. I traded peace for promise, roll the dice. Counting losses like lessons, stacking nights with vibes. Still searching for a reason beyond the price. Flashbacks to the block where ambition had no access. We playing revolutions in the backseat, spectre of successes. Now it's rooftop conversations with a view of my past stress. I pay dues to the ones who stayed, never talking excess. Compass chin got teeth, loyalty got weight. I learned to split the pie fair. Never take all the plate. When the rain hit my coat, they said we good and meant it. That's why I move different, trust is currency spending. I hear my future whisper like a lover who forgives. I've been building out my peace with the fragments that I live. Some nights I count the losses, some I count the wins. Both teach me the language of scars and grins. If I fall, let it be for something I believed in deep. If I rise, let it be with people woke up from the sleep. Ambition like a lighthouse, struggle like the sea. I'm learning how to breathe in both, that's the legacy. No fairy tales, just receipts. Lessons stitched in the seams. We making monuments for memories and midnight schemes.
I kept my pockets thin while my head was heavy, counting lessons, not the money. Cardboard box concerts, I rehearsed my hunger, turned the pain into the honey. Grew up watching Ghosts and Projects, saw ambition in a window crack. Swore I ran my name on avenues that used to laugh when we came back. Trust was currency I couldn't spend, people close with cold intent. So I learned to move like water, let the past be sediment. I've been chasing paper, but I'm chasing peace at the same time. Flashing lights won't cover up the lines that run behind my eyes. Toast the winds, toast the scars, every mile another climb. If I'm losing sleep, I know I'm moving, that's the price for trying. Early mornings, late statements, meetings in the back of pens. Calculated chaos, still I pray for real friends, not pretend. Checks increase, but so does silence, rooms get smaller with the fame. I bought my mom flowers with a smile that still remembers pain. Ambition like a hunger that won't let me sit at ease. I hustle till the rooftops quiet and the city starts to breathe. Promises on broken phones, loyalty standing tattoos. I keep one hand on the wheel and one hand on the truth. We ride or we fall, pick a side, we gamble on the truth. Diamonds in my pocket, but I never bought back my youth. Celebrate the wins, but don't forget the nights we move. Loyalty over lifestyle, that's the motto, that's approved. Penthouse windows show the skyline, but the mirror shows the cars. Friends switch lanes quick like they never saw the nights we crossed. Champagne on the table, but I'm thinking about the vacuum left. When the music fades and the applause stops, who's stepping up next? Money buys a number, not the shoulders that helped you live. I write checks and memory, keep receipts for every gift. Crew tight like a heartbeat, we survive through less of time. Share cigarettes and dreams, split a single dollar, split a rhyme. Now we cruise different avenues, but still text when trouble calls. I watch the ones that snakes will plant their smiles by my wall. Loyalty's a fragile thing, you either hold it or you break it. So I guard a circle like my breath, won't let the fakes replace it. Reflection in a review, every scar a navigation mark. I ain't running from the thunder, I learned how to dance in the dark. Plans on paper, plans in motion, patience stitching to my sleeves. I still check the exit, still remind myself to breathe. If success is a mansion, I'm keeping rooms open for the past. Let the music be the witness, let the road tell where I'm tasked. Life fades with soft on home, I lock the door but leave a key. Keep my circle tight, my vision clear, this is what it's costing me.
Mama worked 2 jobs, kitchen light till dawn. I learned how to count blessings over crumbs on the lawn. Block talk, I was quiet, heart loud, mind drawn to a ledger of dreams. Ink stains on the pawn. We pray for Sundays, I pray for commas. Saw faces change quick when the winter turned warmer. Friends turn numbers, numbers turn to armor. I kept my circle small, moved slow, got calmer. Cold calls, cold stares, the city made me tougher. Lost some angels to the gutter, learn what trust does. I ain't glorify the mess, I just catalog the scars. They applaud my shine, but don't know how deep is the dark. I write like I'm talking to the kid in the mirror. Promises louder than the doubts that was near us. I'm still trying to balance hunger with the fear, yeah. Every plaque feel heavy when your hands still remember. I've been running for a life that don't look like the one I left. Paper, peace, and people trying to keep the fan blessed. I got scars that glint like ice, lessons in my chest. If success is a blessing, loyalty's the test. Studio like confession, daydreams in a tape deck. Beat, knock, head knock, remember what would've stayed next. Deals on the table, some snakes wrapped in a handshake. Used to sleep on concrete, now the floor's got a raise. But if
phone still buzzes with the same old vultures. They want a piece of me, my time, my culture. I split the bread, cut the rent, kept my shoulders broad. Ain't no about the flex, it's about the doors we open. Cars, fixed, rooms with views, yeah, they came with a cost. It's quiet at 3 a.m. thinking about it.